Hello friends, in this lecture we will continue solving the problem of this pressure vessel. So go to ANSYS. So till now we had created the geometry. So now I will apply load and boundary condition inside this. So go to model and then edit this. Now here I will go to geometry. So click on the geometry and then go to the properties of the geometry. Here we need to go to 2D behavior. In this 2D behavior, by default it is selected as plane stress. So click on this and we need to select plane strain. Now we can also check all the other properties just like display style and then properties, bounding box, all the length in x and y, etc. After that I will go to this geometry, surface body, make sure proper material is applied. And whenever we apply the condition of plane strain, we don't need to insert any value of thickness. So by default, the software will take it as a 2D body. Now we need to create the mesh. So I will go to this mesh. Okay, before going to the mesh, I will apply all the load and boundary condition. So go to static structure, right click and then I want to apply pressure. The value of this pressure is 5 megapascal and select this inner edge. Click on edge filter, select this edge and then apply. After that we need to apply the boundary condition or the constraint. So let's hide all these. Now we need to apply a rolling support. Now to apply the rolling support I will go to static structure and here we need to insert the displacement. Now click on displacement and let's say first I will select this horizontal edge. Click on this edge and apply. Now we need to apply x and y component. So here I want to free the x component in the horizontal axis and then I want to constrain the y axis. So insert value 0 here. I want 0 motion for this. Similarly, I will go to static structure. I want to insert one more displacement. This time I will select this vertical edge and then apply. And here I will restrict the motion in x direction. So here insert value 0 and I want to free the y component. So now we can check this. All the loads and boundary conditions are proper. After that we need to do the mesh. So go to this mesh module. Now right click and then generate the mesh. So see, by default the mesh quality is not good. We can see the flow of mesh is not good. So let's reduce the element size. Let's say I take 5 and once again I will generate the mesh. Again we can see here we have distorted type of element. In this analysis I want a good flow of the mesh. Now to provide a good flow of the mesh we need to change some settings for this. I will go to mesh, right click, insert. First I will go to method. Click on method. Now we need to select the geometry. So I will select this face, click apply. In the method I want to specify only quad element. So I will select quadrilateral dominant. Okay, so all the element I want of this shape, quad element. Similarly, in the global settings I will take linear. So whenever we perform a 2D analysis we always take the linear element, and when we generate the tetra mesh we take the quadratic order. In the free face I will also select the all quad. So basically I don't want any tria element here. After that I will have to insert one more setting. I will go to mesh, right click and then let's say I will go to face meshing. Click on this surface and apply. Here I want to specify a mapped mesh. Now what is the advantage of selecting this mapped mesh? Now for this, what I do, I will go to mesh, right click and then update the mesh. And now we can see the mesh flow. So here right now all the elements are quad element and we can see a proper mesh flow because of the mapping. We can also reduce this element size. So let's say element size take 3 and then I will update this. Okay, so we can see we have a good mesh flow. So now we had applied all the load and boundary conditions. I will go to solution, right click and go to stresses. When we want to calculate the value of hoop stresses, we need maximum principal stress. So select this maximum principal. So solution and then solve this. So here one more thing we need to select also. I will go to analysis setting. I want to turn on this large deflection. So basically I want a nonlinear geometry. So I will go to solution once again and then right click on the clear generated data and once again solve this. So don't worry about this warning. I will go to maximum principal stress and now we can see the principal stress. And in this problem we can see the value of this maximum stress is 47.79. If we compare this with our hand calculation, so according to our hand calculation the value is 50. So the reason there is a difference between the generated value and this calculated value is because we have considered the effect of nonlinear geometry. Because of this nonlinear geometry, there is some change in the value of stresses, but the value of stress generated is much more closer to this value. So in this way we can perform the analysis of pressure vessel.